Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. We're going to be working on a drawing. We'll work on some sketches first to see if we can come up with something cool using these reference photos. What I'm looking to do is some sort of kind of screaming girl, maybe blood coming from her eyes, something like that. So we're gonna use these reference photos and see if we can come up with something decent. So normal supplies, I use a Graphgear 500 by Pentel. I also have a Tombow MonoZero eraser and a Sharpie roller and point 0.5 and just a short little ruler. Of course, the name's upside down because, professional YouTuber. Yeah. Anyways, so we, as I kick my camera, are going to start off with some sketches. So let's see what we can do first. I'm noticing in this top image, second one in over here, kind of looking at that face shape. It's very, very egg-like. So we'll get that in. That's what we're seeing in that shadow, or at least coming out of the shadow. Our mouth looks like a bottom of our lips here. It's actually almost about halfway up for the upper lip, which is going to feel like a lot, but it's really not. So I'll come all the way down, do the same thing over here. I think we might actually even want to go up higher. But I want to exaggerate this a little more. Okay, so if our upper lip is doing this, stretching down, our lower comes down here, thins out. Tongue coming back through here. Our upper teeth come at a slight curve up here. And then we'll show our upper lip. Super thinned out from screaming there. So we know this is going to be dark all in here. We have teeth coming down here too. Let's clean this up a little, get a bit better idea of what's going on. So teeth, and then lower lip. Okay. Not too unproud of that. So we'll get our nose shape in. I'm liking the way this is going so far. So far, so good. All right, let's get our ears. Looks like they're coming to about the corner of the mouth. They're not coming out far. Same with this one. Again, you're only seeing a little bit. right. So as we come up from the nose, we're getting this crease here of the cheek, and then eye, and then looks like our other eye is slightly down, but that's looking about where they are. So we'll come up just a little, the ridge of the nose, the bridge I should say, and we'll block in some eyebrows. Just kind of, usually when I'm doing sketches, I'll go in and kind of place major features like this, and as I'm placing them, I'm using the rest of what I've put down as a reference. So you saw when I was doing the ears, I'm using this corner of the mouth as reference to try to get it to look generally what the photo looks like. So this eyebrow comes really close to the hairline, but then forehead comes all the way up, actually rounds off, comes back down, and almost meets this eyebrow. Actually basically does. The shadow of the temple basically becomes that eyebrow. So that's about what it is. So her hair kind of comes out in this frizzy mess here. And then there's obviously a little bit of forehead shading here just to give shape. Our cheek lines as I kick my camera again. So we have again another cheek line there. It's like a little bit of shadow here. Just got a couple little dimples on the bottom. Let's go up and take care of these eyes. Might be a little bit too wide open on that one. Yeah, it's definitely too wide. Take it down. This one is very thin. Very. So come in like that. Down on this one. All right. So our upper lid lines are about here. Looks like she's got a prominent kind of second lid under this eyebrow. Same with this one, but it's in much more light. She's also got a nose ring, but we're going to ignore that. And let's see. These front teeth, we'll get those in just as indications. Same with the bottoms, just kind of indicate the gaps in between. It's kind of the best way I've seen of doing teeth. Just get those shadows in place. This is looking kind of funky, to be perfectly honest. Like, definitely doesn't look 100% like the reference, but that's okay. These are sketches. That's what I'm going to say through the whole video. These are sketches. So, yeah, looks like her neck comes kind of down. It's a little outside of her mouth. On that side, same over here. Actually, that's kind of her shoulder coming in. Her neck actually is right about where that edge of the mouth is. And shoulder over here meets up. So what I actually want to do is similar to this upper photo over on this side, is add in kind of this dripping effect that's happening there as kind of bleeding from the eyes. If there's anyone sensitive to anything like that, this is just art. It's just a drawing, but I just want to put that out there. If you're sensitive to blood imagery or anything like that, I'm gonna be starting to kind of sketch that in now. I really like the way that the drip is going down the nose, the right side of the nose in the reference photo, and kind of coming off the eyebrow and dripping down in front of the eye. From here, it's kind of this, it's like this drip right there, and then it's an extra kind of little bit. For this, it's not going to be realistic for it to go over the nose. It's going to pool. It's going to drip all the way down, but same with these like side of the face ones. You'll get some here that kind of comes and drips down. That's a matter of like, do I want some sort of injury up here? Do I want this to be cartoony? Like I could just go with blood drips that look like this, you know, something along those lines. Looks like a hand, but you know what I'm saying, like. Could be. Yeah, that's terrible. Don't do that. That's not blood. Something a little more stylistic or stylized, I should say. I tend to cartoony things, so this kind of works out for me. Yeah, we just kind of follow any contours. But I mean, that would be coming out from whatever portion of the eye that we wanted it to. So something like that. So it's maybe it is cartoony. I mean, I obviously like the way that look. That's more my style. But actually, this one needs to probably come straight down more. And I mean, you can imagine there's gonna be, you know, head here, cheek, your cheekbone's gonna press your cheek out like that. So there's features here. It's not just but you get my point. So something like this might be a little better. Again, these are kind of preliminary sketches for probably be a bigger piece or a single page spread that I do at some point, because I like this effect, this this kind of bleeding from the eyes thing. I like that. The other thing is this scream. That's what I want to include as well. As I hit my camera one more time, we're gonna come up and we see Mia from Evil Dead, the remake, up here. Honestly, I just kind of like the picture. But her hair, the way her hair covers half of her eye, I do really like that. I also like the way Billy Joe up here, kind of pulling his eye down. I kind of would like to have something pooled up in that bottom corner of his eye. If you can't see that, let's see. I'll blow that up a little. So he's got his hand pulling his eye down a little bit. So getting like a pool there would be cool. So we're gonna try that out too. So let's try these ones. This one's here just for the eyes purely. That's because the eyes are perfect. So we'll take these three, the eyes, and then Mia and Billy Joe, and we'll work something out with those. So first off, our pupil locations. We'll go pretty small on this one. So our pupils here. This one's actually up just a tad. So we want to get a little bit more space over here before the nose, a little less space over here. So that's probably the corner of our eye there. So there, it's going to come way down, come back up. So over here, we're gonna come kind of way over. You can see there's, if we call this kind of the center line of the nose, that's about where we are. So for center line of the nose is here. You can see the left corner of her eye is a little further away on this side than it is over here. So we're going to try and replicate that, and this pupil is a little ways away. Let's see, so taking it from the top. So here, we're not getting much white of the eyes. Eyes looking a little off, but we'll make it work. So that's, decent for a couple eyes, I suppose. It's really not, but that's okay. So we come up. All right, our eyebrows coming up from about here, which is going to come here, curve down just slightly and back up. And eyebrow over this side starts at about the corner of the eye and just kind of trails off the photo at least. But, so whatever. Okay, so let's get the shadow in here for the nose. And then it's like our nose, tip of the nose here, coming up and over. All right. Yeah. All right. So lower lid, all that, but we wanted to do our eye pull over here, and I totally forgot about it. But if we're gonna cover it like Mia's hair here, it's not gonna matter anyways. So her hairline, which her forehead comes up quite high, will fall just to the left of the eyebrow and down. I'm not drawing a whole head here, so it's kind of difficult to judge where the rest of the hair would go. But, so you're getting her part over on this side. She's got, so come back out as it goes around her head on this side. But for the most part, her hair is starting here. It's honestly, it's higher because this is not enough space between the brow and the hairline. That she's growing hair out of the middle of her forehead. So you're realistically up here somewhere. I want to almost take another, I don't want to say 40%, 30-40%. So it's her top of her hair is going to be about there, most likely. But to get the same kind of general shape as it comes across her face, which is nice. So all of this is going to be hair, basically. So that's, you'll get a few peaks through here, so it's good that this is here at least for reference. But for the most part, all of this all this junk. For the most part, you're gonna get something that kind of resembles this. So you get a couple peaks of that right eye, and then nothing over here. Over here would be a good point for some blood drips, things like that. Just something coming directly out of the eye. Could be pretty good. So something like that is kind of what I'm looking for. So this is kind of how I go about the starting process of creating a full page illustration. Something that's probably going to take a little bit more time, something like that. But just doing these preliminary sketches helps me kind of get an idea of where I want to go. The eye on Billy Joe over here, I do want to get that because that shape is really nice. So it's kind of this elongated. It's almost like a skateboard. It's this weird little skateboard shape. And then as he's pulling his upper lid, kind of makes these shapes up here. It's got all this creasing. This kind of lower lid. Or lashes, lower lashes. There's this water line in here too. So there's water lines there. This is all white of the eye, basically. I do like that. I like the way that looks. It's got pretty bushy eyebrows, but they come right down to those creases. At least in this photo he does. Sorry, Billy. Didn't mean anything by it. Something like that, but it's pretty cool. Because it's, I mean, then that's what his fingers come in. Looks like it's kind of come down. Some there. It's a little angled on this pinky. This one's basically hidden in behind, so it should have been kind of like that, like this. Down. God, hands. I hate them. Does everybody else hate hands as much as me? Yeah, you get what that is, right? That's not utter garbage. Nobody would put that up on the internet and call that good, right? Totally. But you get the point. So his hand is here. So it's boom, 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 boom. So this is basically just outline of what the shape his hand is making. When we come down to wrist down here. But the pulling that is happening on his face is the important part, which is here. And then he's got a pretty big indent here from this pull. And then some littler, smaller ones up here. Things like that. And the whole thing is pulling his nose. So as we follow the pinky up, his shadow of his nose is kind of just pulled down this way as well. Which is cool. I like that. And then the rest of the side of his nose is kind of in shadow. This is much more shadow in there. Or something like that. This little shadowy area. It's a little more in here. Obviously up underneath the brow. It's going to be shadowy. But that's basically what it is. So just a general hand shape, because hands are the bane of my existence. To give you an idea, so this eye shape probably on something like either something this size or this expression is probably going to be what I go with. But I feel I like this the fakeness of these ridiculous blood drips. It's almost like a little cow udder, but but like I enjoy how that looks. Just because it's kind of ridiculous. So having something like that kind of drips from an eye would be kind of cool, because it's very graphic design kind of thing. So doing something like that. I also want to avoid the tangents there, but like something like that. I think that looks pretty cool. And maybe even doing a color that's not red. Like I know let's see. So like I have some Copics and I have red or light R14 light rouge. So like doing red, like red's okay. But I think having another color might be a little more fun. Because I also haven't decided on color palette for this yet either. And I think doing something that's not red could be better. Let's see, I have a tahini blue, process blue. Oh, let's try the tahini blue. See what that looks like. So for just a blue, we'll draw in one more, kind of one of these. One of these more graphic design type vector almost. Little vector blood splatters. I'll try that. So it's a nice blue. Don't know if I like that though. I think I only have darker. Yeah. I don't know if I want to go darker. Do I? Oh, actually, I don't. It does look pretty good. So maybe I do want to go darker. We can even do green. What is this? I don't even know how to say that. It's YG11, but this green maybe even. I don't know, that I'm getting pencil all over everything. Let's see. Take our Sharpie and we'll just kind of draw one out. So draw one out in Sharpie. the green, to be honest. I kind of like that. Let's see, we can go darker, shade it. I don't know if I like that, but the green on its own is pretty nice. So just that green I do kind of like more than the red. The red seems too comfortable, I think is the word, probably. Just because I love this. I love this Copic. Oh my god, it's dried out. No. All right, I have to refill this at some point. I just love using this thing. All right. So for now, this is pretty good. I like it. I like what I got accomplished. So what we're probably gonna do for a final page, we'll do another page in the sketchbook with a full page spread. It's probably gonna be this expression, this eye with a hand pulling it down. Maybe the other eye will cover with hair. So maybe we'll mirror this, use it for the subject's left eye. So use this eye for their left. And then this side can be identical. So we can do hand coming down, hair down over this side. So part here, hair. Maybe. So maybe we'll do that. All right. So next time, what we'll do is we'll get our full page ready and we'll try getting down a base sketch for our expression, our elements that we want to include. This blue is growing on me more than the green. But yeah, we'll get into all that. We'll get our full page spread set up, probably sketch all that out, and then the video after that we will paint. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and talking and going through my crazy process. If you liked it, leave a like. If you feel like subscribing, go ahead and do it. If you don't feel you have to. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.